let's take a quick look at what it's like to set up the MoonShade, okay? Good morning, folks. Today I want to do a short, sweet video on awnings for the van. This isn't going to be a review. This is going to be the awning that we use, and quite honestly, if I were to do, there's plenty of reviews. We use the MoonShade, and there's plenty of reviews out there on it. And if I was to do yet another one, I would just be copying what's out there. So here's my short review slash not review. Get it. It's a fantastic awning. We really like it for $325 plus the cost of any additional mounts that you might need, which you typically don't. At least for our setup, we did not. When you go on the website, they tell you what kind of, you tell them what kind of vehicle you have. They kind of give you back what the best mounting system would be. So for $325 plus the cost of whatever accessories you need there for mounting, that's it. And you have a great awning that packs up into this little guy in no time and goes in the back of your van. It takes 10 minutes to set up. So let's go take a look at setting it up, and let's make that what this video is about, not me rambling on about the awning. Okay, so we have our shade unfurled, and we basically have 5 poles here. We have 2 poles that are going to go crisscross on the shade canopy. We have 2 poles with the rubber feet that are going to be our mounts. And we have 1 pole here that's a strut that you don't need all the time. You only need if you're in certain mounting conditions when it's shorter than 7 feet. I mount it the 9-foot way across the van, so I'm not really going to run into the need for this pole. But if you were going to mount this in certain situations where you needed an extra support, this is the support for you. And then we use 2 suction cup connectors where we'll put up on the van, and that's where we'll clip this 2 up on the van, and we'll get to that in a second. So setting this up is really straightforward. And I'll take these guys. It is 150. Forgive the shooting in the background. That is a gun range up the road. Each corner has pockets, and I tend to just pop the first pole in the pocket and then walk down it, clipping on. Pole 1 is on. This guy and that one. And here, take the hooks, put them on. Again, super easy, nothing hard to this. Turn him around so you can not go flying away here, but turn him around so you can see the MoonShade in the front of it, so it looks like you knew what you were doing when you set it up. Put my poles there out. Okay, so my canopy is set up and ready to connect up onto the van. And what happens is, underneath at each of these 4 corners, there's a little carabiner. And when I connect these guys up to the side of the van, there's a loop on here, and I'll just connect these carabiners right up to it. So let's put the suction cups up on the van. Now I line it up first, just so I can see where my other cup needs to go. And then I use a quick collapsible ladder just to get up there and put this up. And this ladder comes in handy for a lot of other things too, so it's not just for the shade. just going to take the carabiner, pop him onto that clip. And this side, do the same thing. Get my support poles, and these guys come with an adjuster. So a little push button, I can make these different heights. And it's on the van, so I'm good there. And I can pop this right through the holes. And we are currently 1:55, so we're 5 minutes in. Pop him up too. And basically, you're set up and ready to go. So right now there's no wind, I don't have any issue with this, but you do have these little stakes that come with it. Just like regular little tent stakes. These are nice stakes. They're actually an alloy, they're not plastic, so I've hit them in the ground pretty hard and been fine. It also comes with smaller suction cups if you want to put them up on your van. I personally go with the bigger ones. I think they just work a lot nicer. And then you also have string to tie out here to the your stakes, and then just lash that down. We've had this in winds and we've had zero issue with them. And they have little tighteners on them for your strings, and that's basically it. That's basically it. That's your shade, and that's how to set it up. That took, with me talking, that took all of 7 minutes to take place. Let's take a look at how it's connecting to the van itself. So you'll notice here, there's the suction cups hooking on the van. Remember I said earlier on was this gap that the rain can come into with the van. Now one of the things you can do is simply, I put these on the side of the van, but the top of the van is, it's flat. It's got good flat spots on it. So you could take these suction cups and simply mount them up on top of the van and then put this whole ridge up there. And then there's a rain trough on the top of this van that, you'll get zero rain. So if you're somewhere on a rainy, on a rainy camp out, you're fine. And this gives you a whole area. I can put a picnic table under there, I can put chairs under there, I can put all kinds of stuff under there and have a whole extra living space underneath the van. Heck, I can put my kayaks under there. And just like that, you have an awning on the side of your van. It's just that easy. For the longest time, we looked at awnings and how we would mount them because we don't have a rack on the top of this van. I'm not sure what we want to do with the rack on the top of the van. But that's the awning we decided to use from MoonShade. Well, it's called the MoonShade. It's from MoonFab, moonfab.com. And for $325, we have an awning that we can set up in multiple different ways. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to set up, and it's just that straightforward. So I didn't want today's video to be a review. I wanted it just to be me setting up the awning on the van and you seeing just what that looks like. And then you make a decision for yourself. As far as my personal review, I say get it. It's a great awning. For the money, it's perfect. So that's where I'm going to leave it. So until next time, peace, stay safe, and we'll see you on down the road. Bye-bye now.